There are two different types of documentary. The first one, documenting an event. It is seen most often in classical documentaries, where an event or series of events are depicted on screen that are entirely based in reality. The second is documenting a feeling. This can be found in varying genres and subsections. Mumblecore, art house, almost all Richard Linklater flicks.
Tell you what, go up 3 more streets, take a right, go 2 more blocks, drop this guy off on the next corner.
It can be the idea of breaking down an emotion like fear or depression, or wanting to depict the tone of a place and time. Waltz with Bashir is special in that it is both a classical documentary and an entirely subjective documentation of traumatic memory loss. If there was a spectrum, Waltz with Bashir would land directly in the middle. Events are exaggerated, framing the war in Lebanon with a cinematic sensibility that only animation could be capable of. It is noticeably different from that of a mockumentary, in that mockumentaries present fiction with a medium of reality, mimicking the doc style, while Waltz with Bashir presents reality with a medium of fiction. Often it removes the medium's walls by intercutting the cinematic sequences with actual interviews. In Ari's first conversation with Ori, the movie cuts to a small scene of a carnival. The carnival scene acts almost as B-roll, a demonstration showing what Ori is talking about. This type of edit is often used in indie documentaries. Documentary Now makes a reference to the edit in its stylistic differences in its first episode.
Get out!
I used the edit in this video. When I mentioned to Documentary Now, instead of just saying on the footage I had previously, I cut to an example in Documentary Now. If Waltz with Bashir was live action, there would be no cuts to the carnival footage, because they wouldn't have any footage of it. But since the movie is animated, the choice to cut to the carnival is a no-brainer. What is done with the carnival makes this scene stand out more than the rest. Ari puts the carnival behind him in the window, as if the carnival was part of the scene or the world of the movie. The contextualization of the carnival establishes the hyper-realness of the movie, giving the film's animation a purpose. Animation and documentary are two opposing mediums. Animation depicts something entirely unreal. No actions of the animation are actually being performed. Documentaries, on the other hand, are entirely real. Their purpose is to expose the truth. How that truth is shown is where the two mediums converge. A combination can often be found in classical documentaries. While the act of killing doesn't need animations because its story operates within the footage taken, a documentary like 13th uses animation as a highlight to focus the themes of the movie.
The Bureau of Justice reported that 1 in 3 young black males is expected to go to jail or prison during his lifetime.
Tower by Keith Maitland approaches the doc format with rotoscoping instead of reenactment. The purpose of Waltz with Bashir's animation is, instead of reenacting, is to kind of live it, to make it feel whole, like a narrative movie. It works because when you first watch it, you don't think it's a doc. As the movie progresses to its climax, the interviews continue in a different style, where the subjects talk to an interviewer, rather than Ari Folman's character. See the difference between this conversation about the war.
Why are you here, Ari?
Me, I have lost my memory.
How did you lose it?
What?
Did you have an accident?
What do you mean?
Like, did you lose your memory in a car accident?
I didn't have an accident.
And this conversation.
Throughout my military career, I had always shot a mug.
But during my officer's training, I thought to myself, hey, you've used the mug for so long, why not try something else? They gave me the Galil.
It's perspective. While we first see their stories through Ari, the documentary format allows the people to talk more intimately with the audience. This bridges the distance audiences feel between a man composing for an interview about the war and a man presenting himself as a person in the war. This build of empathy allows the audience to both receive information and feel for the characters. This is what makes the final moments of the film so powerful, because the divide that normally develops in a documentary film has been bridged.